Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are doing well, and we are doing some DC Dual Force gameplay today. Hoping to get a few videos going, just so that people can really see what this game looks like. We had a big patch that just dropped, specifically targeting Wonder Woman as a leader, and then not so much Batman as a leader, but the Tactics card pool took a huge hit in some of the favorites that I think everyone's been playing with in Batman decks specifically. And then a number of buffs to specifically the Lantern cards. And although I don't have Hal, sadly, it's been a while since I've opened a leader. I feel very unlucky, but here's hoping they come up pretty soon. So I haven't been able to really test those, but so far they just look pretty good on paper. I could test them outside of Hal, but I don't really know that makes too much sense. So today we're going to do a bit of gameplay, and if you didn't see it, I had my patch video, tried to get that out as soon as possible, and my overview video. So if you're new here and you're interested in DC Dual Force, please check those out. And thank you for the likes, the comments, and the subscribes, all that good stuff. Keep it coming, really helps the channel, and I really want to get this game out there because I think it is really great, and it's kind of been my main game these days. So I've really been enjoying it. I figured we might as well start with Wonder Bat, or did I even change the name? I don't think so. Bat Wonder. Because you start with him, and because the card pools for Might and Tactics seem, I don't know if it's straightforward, but just, sort of good recruits, some pretty solid spells. And I think there are other synergies that are probably going to get stronger because of the patch. I did want to take Bat Wonder for a spin and see. I think a lot of people are going to move off the deck inherently because it got nerfed, which is probably good for the overall metagame. Even when something is nerfed, but it's still relatively good, it's kind of this hidden nerf where people are just going to try more things. And I think that always feels, more fresh, especially for the players who've been playing this for the last, I think, couple months. I really only started within the last 2 weeks. So, I won't go over the full deck because I definitely just want to get some gameplay going. But just to, highlight a few cards here that are really powerful. You just got access to some really great bronze cards like Steve Trevor to get the ball rolling. I recently got Detective Chimp, which is, I don't know how great this card is, but it's a 2/3 bronze evade, which is, a little bit of an extra bump in terms of stat, or not really like raw stats, but just having to get it off the board. And sometimes you draw a card off it, which feels really nice. Clark Kent, and as someone, correctly hinted in my video, when you fully right click, then you can hover and find this. Sometimes I thought the arrows didn't come up, but I think I was just probably missing it. So thank you for that note. So, just some early game cards that are pretty great. Really big fan of Bluebird, stuff that generates card advantage. We're going to try out the new Alfred, which I opened this morning, and see how that feels. And then, kind of a bunch of other, pretty normal cards for the deck. New Batwing, not a huge nerf to him, just lost 1 toughness, which I think does make a difference. And then we've got finishers in Batmobile, and specifically I would say Superman, and I'm still going to try Truth and Justice. I think it's definitely a nerf in terms of you have to maintain board presence to really get, your full bang for your buck on this card now. But it still seems, pretty good if you're at parity, or obviously if you're ahead. So I figured I would still try it as one of those Might finishers. So let's just, we did not make any changes. Oops, I think I just exited out. All right, let's play some games. Interested to see, I think the deck definitely is going to feel a lot less empowered because of the nerfs. My guess is that still, if you have some pretty good starts, the deck can be, quite powerful, and deal with a lot of different threats. So, okay. Got Harley and Batgirl. That's sweet. I really want to open some of these other, or get some of these other leaders if I can. All right, well, we're definitely going to ship all of these. This isn't coming down till turn 5. These aren't coming down till turn 3, and there's only one of them, so definitely just recommend mulliganing. Great. bunch of bronzes. Awesome. That way we can just, have our first 4 plays of our turn. Also got Bat Signal. And yes, this Batman, not the gold one, got nerfed, which probably was a good call. It's a pretty strong card. All right, well, I love seeing kind of these 1 toughness cards into Batman, especially because we're just going to have access to Batarang, but also got stuff like Harvey to just take something off the board. So I think here the evade is much more annoying, and although this can deal direct damage to our leaders, it can't attack our units, which is really, really important. Does Bluebird... Yeah, so it just creates a random gadget, so I don't really want to rely on that to get us a Batarang. I'd rather just get the guaranteed kill with Harvey, and then we will pass the turn here. So for those who are new to the game, the reason you want to position your cards a certain way is that unless you have Hunter, like this card does, which says can attack hidden and protected characters, this is a protected character. So this can attack past my Harvey, but essentially Harvey is blocking this lane. So if they want to get through, eventually they might want to kill this. Likewise on the other side. And it looks like they're just taking full advantage to try and, shut off Wonder Woman, which is probably a good play. All right, so we've got a lot of options here. I mean, I think we're definitely going to start by trying to clear up this board and hopefully hit a Batarang here. We did. I think that's definitely going to be the call. So we get to Batarang EU, which I think just in terms of damage is going to be better. We can then take all of these things off the board, which I think is probably worthwhile. But now the question is, okay, so let's play Bluebird. If we hit the Batarang off Bluebird, then, okay, we did. Great. I was going to say, if we do that, then we can Bat Signal on Harvey, because it says, to play this, the cost is exhaust a friendly recruit. So I'm going to play that targeting Harvey and just get us rolling. So nice turn. We get to clean up the whole board. That is definitely one of Batman's strengths, and some of the tactics card pool is, anything with 1 toughness is just super susceptible to Batarang, which is a free card that you can get off multiple things. Cupid, deal 6 damage at random. Okay. This card's pretty sweet. I'm pretty excited to get it for my, Harley, and hopefully I have so many cards ready for Joker. Discard a card, give your recruits +2. Okay. Not a bad turn. They get to draw an extra card here. Then everything in their deck now has +2 attack, which is pretty scary. But we've got Wonder Woman to take this out, which is pretty nice. And just start rebuilding. Oh, right. And we've also got Batman, which just kills us for free. So that's probably better. And then I can potentially save this if I want to. But also I get a charge with Steve. So I could just go for damage on Harley this turn. Definitely got a lot of options. I think I'd rather have Steve. Well, Steve being a 3/3, how much that matters. This being a 5/5, I think is more impactful. So let's do that. We'll put him in the lane. I think we go Steve Trevor here, and we can give. How do we want to do this? We could give Batman a charge here, and then just hold. Or we could give Wonder Woman another charge, up to 4. But that doesn't really make as much sense, I think. Let's go 3, pump our guy a little bit here. Let's get the free kill off the ambush, which is really nice that he has his turn. And then do some damage to Harley. And then we'll still have access to Wonder Woman next turn unless they exhaust it. And I don't really think I want to activate Batman for damage here. So that is an interesting dynamic. So, obviously you can activate your leaders to just deal direct damage to their leaders. And at first I thought that was kind of correct. But the more I've played the game, the more I like kind of making your opponent have to slow play. Where they're like, oh, well, if I play a unit down, it's just going to get killed. And I think often it has felt for me like holding your leader's abilities actually can be really advantageous, because they kind of act as removal spells, right? They act as other recruits. I don't know what they drew. I mean, I felt like that game was pretty close, but I guess, I mean, I will say our turn 1, turn 2 was pretty nasty, so that worked out really well. Let's just hop back in. So yeah, I mean, I still think the combination's good. I think it's probably still very good into aggro matchups, just because you can always have access to Batarang, and there are so many X1s that specifically Harley might be playing or Joker might be playing. So it just, you get so much value off of Batman still, but it doesn't feel as crazy as it first did, because I did a couple games before firing up the video. So it's probably not going to be the best pick across the board. I think Control probably got, a bit better with this patch. Or even like Green Lantern aggro might be a better aggressive strategy because the stats are crazy. All right. Okay. Decent opening. Let's just ship back the Swamp Thing. I'm just always a proponent of not keeping a gold in your hand, even if it's a gold that you like truly want. I just don't think that's where you want to be. All right. Well, let's start getting ahead on board here. I think just open with the Minotaur. This is a good chance for me to say I don't have all the cards in my collection. I'm still definitely short quite a few. So, some of these deck choices might not be the optimal if I had full access. But, I kind of like the Minotaur because it's just good stats early, like 3-4 in stats, survives through, quite a few leaders' abilities. Okay, no play turn 1 for them. So that's pretty awkward. I wonder why, because if it was a removal spell, they would have played it. I guess maybe they don't want their unit to die here, and they're going to wait. All right, so let's see what we hit off Utility Belt. We don't really have a great target for Harvey. Against this matchup, I think I'm just going to take... Bandage is almost always good, but I think I am going to take the Batarang here, just because it's likely that Harley's going to be playing some cards that do that. And so what's my next turn? It's probably going to be playing Gordon. So I don't have to play Harvey here. And I honestly think that's the way I'm going to play this. I just think at some point they're going to drop something, probably with 1 or 2 toughness. They're not really doing too much, so we're not really pressured here. So that's what's interesting. Like, sometimes it makes sense to like fully curve out, but I think sometimes you don't have to quite do that. Okay, so they're going to set up a nice Black Mass turn for themselves here, which is definitely pretty gross. All right, now they got a full board, but we should be able to clean up a lot of this. Hopefully. Definitely Gordon helps quite a lot with that. So, I think that's definitely what we're going to start with. And we can give Gordon a bit of a buff. Yeah, that probably makes the most sense. So we definitely need to kill Black Mask. And I think that we can do that fairly easily. So I guess we'll pump Wonder Woman. We're just going to clean up the board here as much as we possibly can. And let's see what we hit off Batman as well. We're just going to go kind of fully in here. Okay. Probably take Tear Gas. I think this is going to be useful. So I think it's just going to be Car here. And then we can take some damage here. We can play Harvey. Shoot that. And then I think we want to keep our unit on the board here. So we're definitely going to take a little damage. But again, you're using your health pool to stem that a little bit. So we'll clean up their whole board. And we could just hold Batarang and Tear Gas for next turn. So pretty good turn in terms of us answering like a very nice turn by them. So We'll see what their follow-up is. We've got Robin, which is a scary card if you don't kill it. After Robin attacks, charge both of your leaders. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's it's still, I don't know. I think people are conceding a little bit ahead of time here. Unfortunately, we're not getting the full value. Let's play one more because obviously it's been pretty quick. But yeah, you can see the power of, I would say, Batman specifically. Part of me now is wondering, like, is there a better two-charge leader than Wonder Woman to be playing? But the thing is, you just get access to some really good recruits in Might. But, you know, maybe it's now, instead of playing Wonder Woman, you know, if things are slowing down a little bit or Wonder Woman's a little underpowered, maybe it makes sense to be playing Aquaman. I think Aquaman and Batman was something I heard a lot of people were trying in the early days of the beta, so that's something I'll probably throw up on the channel when I can. Okay. I think this is the same person, unfortunately. Okay, great. Bunch of bronzes. Let's get it going. Maybe we can protect Alfred, who, you know, really changed, doesn't charge Batman, just draws a card, but creates a bandage if you can protect him. So the question is, it's always, do I just run out Batman or Alfred and hope he lives, or do I run out something else and then play something in front and then run it? I'm honestly just gonna run out Alfred here, and I'll put him in the back row, you know, with the hope that he will live. But if they have any removal, they're just gonna instantly use it on Alfred. But if they don't, then we're gonna start accruing an advantage. So it is just, that's what some of these bronze cards are. You play them early. If they live, you're going to get an advantage. If they don't, then not much you could do. Okay, well, that's good. Amygdala's not going to kill Alfred, so pretty nice turn one for us. We get that bandage, which feels very good. And we're going to protect him. We're definitely going to put something in front. So it's probably the play. If Wildcat gets attacked, that's going to kind of suck. And they can't target each other when I play them. So question is, how do I want to play this? I think it's probably put the Minotaur in front, which is going to have the easiest time of protecting. And then probably just want to play another unit here in Wildcat. And I think we could put that on Minotaur. If they have removal, that's not great. But I think I want to try and get this, you know, out of range of maybe some sort of damage ability. So here we're just going to go and try and rush down Harley first. I felt like generally that's been a better line. Just because she can draw extra cards when she run out. Although Ivy makes units, which are pretty annoying. I just think she also has attack power and you know, their draw card in the mid to late game is pretty powerful. All right, yep. This is going to hurt. Black Mask into an inmate. I would imagine Two-Face. Oh, please do not win this flip. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, this card's great. Choose an enemy, recruit, flip a coin to KO them or draw a card. that was rough. All right, well, we got one bandage and one card off of Alfred here. So, unfortunate. And that was a good attack by them because now they guarantee the Amygdala hit. But hopefully we can recover next turn. But yeah, again, they're gonna get a full board here. So we just got to find a way to kill that Black Mask. We already have the route with both of our leaders, but okay. Well, obviously Superboy is going to be a nice addition to the board this turn. And probably we're going to take 4 on Wonder Woman and 3 here. And then probably just Wildcat. So what would I rather buff? I think I'd rather buff Superboy. Get this thing pretty big. So I think we're just going to play this here. We're going to Wildcat here. And then we're going to flip. Kind of nice to start with Batman first, just see what you hit. Grapple Gun and Bandage. Bandage, I think, is just probably going to be best here.
May the gods grant us their favor.
So I think I'd rather take a little bit more damage on my Wonder Woman to kill Amygdala. And then we'll make sure we kill Black Mask. It's unfortunate we can't take the Savage Vines off the board, but we can't. And there's no reason to run out the bandages yet because they're free, and we might want to use them on our units. So I think we'll just chill on that for now. Also, if we happen to drop Batwing, it's pretty nice, obviously, to play Batwing and then use your gadgets. Alright, so we've got Crypto for next turn, even if they manage to kind of take off the shield here and try and set something up. Okay, Clayface in the front row. Interesting. I usually like positioning him in the back. Oh, okay. Protecting Deadshot makes sense. Alright. Well, that's a fine trade. Interesting that they wanted to keep Two-Face on the board instead. I think I would have rather traded Two-Face there. Alright, I think let's just start by using our utility belt, see what card we draw. Right, and we gotta think about what we would rather do here. So we've got double bandage. Probably tear gas is gonna be... Because what? We're gonna kill Clayface, that's our attack, and then Crypto, put the shield back on. Yeah, we probably just want to tear gas. Ooh, well, that changes things. Okay. Alright, yep. Lucius Fox is going to be the play instead. Upgrade all of our things. Okay. So this attack still doesn't really matter. So I will, yeah, kill Clayface for sure. Does take the shield off, but now I can upgrade tear gas on these two. Just going to make them a lot less effective. And then upgrade a bandage. I do have to consider Bazooka here, but it's not coming out this turn because I think we went first. So I'm going to hold the bandages for maybe another turn. But they've been really putting out a lot of pressure. I'm not really sure. I mean, if they have removal for Superboy, I don't really know what we're gonna do. They have enough to kill him already. It would take out 2 units though, or 2 recruits. I have to get the terminology right here. Yeah, I mean Lucius is just so good. It's just upgrading all of your gadgets. But yeah, this upgraded bandage changed. I mean, I probably would have fired at least one of these off when it was the old bandage where I got to draw a card. But healing 3 damage and then giving +1 health, it's not vital that I, throw that down quite yet. Next turn, I almost guaranteed will, because I want to keep this out of bazooka range if they're running it, or potentially any direct damage that's getting buffed by Deadshot. All right, so they're really thinking about their turn. Yep, that makes sense. Get the kill on Lucius. I might just go face here and try and rush down Batman, which, not a bad strategy. Yep. See, maybe they have the kill on Batman. Maybe I was a little too greedy with the bandages here. I can't think of anything that's going to close out the game. Okay, Mr. Freeze for another. That is pretty good. Yeah, I imagine you're hitting Batman for 4, right? Because of the... If they have another Mr. Freeze, then Batman's dead. That's pretty bad. Savage Vines, yep. Not having an answer for a Superboy is pretty good. Oh, and then destroying that for Kite Man. Okay. Alright, we're okay. We're okay. We're not quite dead. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be Crypto into Truth. I mean, it sucks that we lose out on the shield. But maybe. But honestly, it doesn't do that much for a board, does it? Might just want to kill something. All right, I think we are flipping this, looking for a Batarang. Not fun to have it exhausted, but I think we have to get the card advantage. Double tear gas. Double Curious. I think maybe we're just gonna try and turbo heal our Batman. It's probably the way. All right, I'm gonna start thinking a little faster here. All right. Yeah. So I think it's. Let's go here. Let's go here. And as much as I want to play Crypto, or maybe I should Sonic Cannon. Or I should have Cryptid first. Do I want a Sonic Cannon and... Yeah, I messed this up a little bit. I should have Cryptid first. All right, let's get a shield back on there. And then let's take out you. Also, I should have played the deal 3 damage first to see what we hit. Okay, that wouldn't have affected the decision making. All right, let's do some healing here. Just gonna fire these off. I'm gonna fire one more off here. All right, didn't really have a smooth turn there, but you know, happens. Definitely had a lot of lines of play. Hopefully, these get to live this turn. We can Truth and Justice next turn. We also healed essentially 6 plus 2. Yeah, so 8 damage. Oh. Dark Side, you may pay. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's Dark Side is a big boy. Don't really have a great answer to that. Okay, interesting. Batmobile is hitting for 7. Hunter evade. Okay, I mean, we can kill... Oh no, we can't, can we? So it'd be 7, which brings us to 2. Yeah, we don't have it actually. So okay, yeah, I think the only line then is going to be Steve Trevor. Question is, yeah, so I can activate Batman here, kill this. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Try and stay a little bit ahead on board. -2. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. So we can actually chip in for 1 here and then reapply the shield. Kind of use that to our advantage. Okay. I think I want to save Tear Gas. I was thinking about using it there, but I don't think I want to do that. So you can crack this and then attack. Yep. All right, we'll see. This is getting pretty scary. Darkseid is heck of a card. Okay, so they're going to go for the kill on the Wonder Woman. You know what? I forgot that that's how that works. Okay. Yep, probably should have Tear Gassed. But. Because then they would have had 8. Oh, and they've got the bazooka. Alright, you know what? Well played by them, not well played by me. Darkseid definitely made things pretty tough there. GG's. That was actually a good game. I mean, it always sucks to lose, but at least we like played a full game aside from the 2 like early scoops. All right, so yeah, so we've got the deck. I'll make sure I have the deck code in the description. Again, you know, I do not have that big of a collection. If we actually go to the store, right, it tells you. Yeah, and so something I was told by someone is it's not 494 cards necessarily, because it counts both of your copies of a card. So it is a smaller set than I originally thought. It still feels pretty big for an initial set. I guess also because there are added cards through Green Arrow and Shazam. But yeah, so you know, take this build with a grain of salt. But I've been very, very happy with it so far as a starter Bat Wonder build. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. Drop that like, that comment, that subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I will catch you next time. Thanks.